You can still live a married life without being married.
True.
I was deep in. Your 20s are ready to set up your 30s. And it's gone from men have to be the pure breadwinner to women can do their thing now. Alright, yo guys, welcome to another episode of Members Only Podcast or myself, Ruel.
Chris.
Jerome.
Alright, straight into it. How was you guys' weeks this week? Give me a review. Christian, you go.
I can't remember. Exciting still.
Excited?
Yeah, man.
Go on. Debrief.
Debrief.
Yeah, man.
Just great week. Nice to got my work done.
What's one highlight that happened in the week? Guys are speaking in arrogance. What's one highlight that happened in the week?
One highlight. Met amazing people, had great opportunities.
Networking.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we like that. We like that. Networking.
What about you? How's your week, bro?
My week's been good, you know. Had some enlightening conversations. Yeah, man. Can't complain. Just working and just planning and stuff like that. I'm going on holiday soon, so I'm gassed for that.
Where you going?
Carnival, Trinidad.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
man.
nice.
Outside.
Going
Yeah.
home, man.
Going home, man. Bro. But yeah, what you saying?
My week's it's actually been proper good, I'll be real. Exciting, but I won't get into that. We'll get into that later.
Get into that later.
Off camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Confidential. Okay.
If you don't know, get to it.
Alright, but what is you man's expectations for the Super Bowl? Obviously watching that tonight.
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Listen,
Mustard.
You definitely think that song's coming out?
Yeah, what?
How can
He has to
not?
play. He has to play that, bro.
How can he not?
Yes,
man?
I can't
Like, do you think that song's overplayed now?
Nah, it can't be overplayed. That's literally... No, that's not his biggest one. His biggest one is not like... It's crazy
You
to say
say
his
his-
biggest song ever is like Not Like Us.
Yeah, that's mad.
It has to be because
You
broke it
can't
like
say it's
70.
overplayed when he played Not Like Us how many times over?
Yeah.
It wasn't him that played it though.
It's him
You
who
think
performed
about
it.
it.
When he performed it. He
True.
performed it over
Oh,
it was
really?
like 7 times, something like that, on repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so run it back.
But he made so many like... He broke so many records with that song, man.
You get a Grammy for it.
You got like 5 Grammys, bro.
Bro.
That's ridiculous.
He's done that
5
before.
No, but
That's not 5.
Yeah.
Has he got 5 before?
Yeah.
Don't know if the Christian's
I don't
Grammy
trust me.
knowledge. Don't know if he's got 5, bro.
but nah, I think the way this can go, yeah, it could. Obviously, it's gonna be great. Excited
I
to
know.
see how it is, but depending on what he performs, this could be witnessing the worst diss track of all time.
The worst diss track.
Yeah, imagine he plays Not Like Us on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, what do you mean? How's that bad?
For Drake is bad. Imagine you were Drake in this situation. Yeah?
He's not gonna be there.
No, he doesn't have to be. That's what I'm saying.
No, he has to play it.
No, hear me
That's
out.
what everyone wants to see.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Go on.
Imagine you're Drake in this situation. Yeah? You've already been dissed to the point where everyone's against you, where he basically had to like leave the country for a bit. Then you go into clubs around the world and they're playing the songs. Like,
No, you know it is.
can't
When you try to
escape
escape it,
Yeah,
to go meet the same
you try to
song.
escape it, you can't escape it, right? And then one of the biggest sports events in the world, other than like the World Cup, like the Super Bowl, you're gonna have it played then in front of millions. You can't escape it, bro. He's not even in the country right now. I think he's in Australia or something.
Oh,
like
you're
that,
saying
on
it's
tour.
the biggest. Oh, you're
Yeah,
saying it's
it's-
the biggest
it's gonna be
like
like
this
one
ever.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you've already been. Your grave's already been dug. You're already been
Yeah,
slapped in that grave,
but it's
and
been-
then you're gonna hear man play it on the Super Bowl.
It's been reps. I feel like if he tries to make anything
He
to
still makes songs.
No, but if he tries to make anything to as a
Come
response to
back.
that song, it's always be dead because of the success of the song. Innit?
Yeah, no matter how good it will be, it won't be good.
He won't boss in that, to be
But
honest.
do you think this will fade away?
Yeah, bro.
What? I don't know.
You know, I've clocked
I
it.
think it's gonna be a generational run.
Nah.
Because look at previous ones. Look at Tupac's one. Look at
Oh, yeah. Okay, in that instance, maybe.
yeah, like the song will be generational.
But I think out of
look at
all the
No
beef-
Vaseline.
Yeah, that's
Like
that's
it's gonna be a generational run of a song.
But out of all the beef like that they had with all the songs going back and forth, that's the only one that's gonna stand out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like the rest of them, like Euphoria, the first one he came out with, that's nobody's gonna remember that.
I don't remember.
16
Exactly.
in LA. Is
You know
all
what I'm
that
saying?
down, yeah. They're good songs,
Yeah.
but Not Like Us was just.
I can't lie. I feel like everyone should know what Not Like Us is. You don't know. You won't listen.
It
You
will
know
be
what I'm
a
saying?
point where like
You can't avoid
it's
it.
a song that everyone will know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it'll be forgotten. What I think I've learned in the time that we've grown up here, obviously we're young men now, innit? But from like school time when we were youths, everything just kind of fades.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had the stand-up moments, you know what I'm saying, with certain artists and that, but everything just fades. And that's like I guess the hard thing about it being.
That's even like Simon Tone, what she named it. The whole
That's what I'm
world-
saying, that's fades.
And now,
Yeah.
Like, I can't even remember who they are, that's mad. I think last time it took me a minute to remember that.
Yeah.
oh, when I said AOT.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah. Who's that?
That's actually crazy, innit?
But no, it happens a lot. Look at everyone was so on TK.
Who?
Yeah, man got
Take,
60.
exactly.
60
Exactly. TK.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna do
Nah, that's a free man.
Everyone
He got a
was-
60-year burn. He got a 60-year prison sentence.
Man still in
Oh, is that why we don't hear
Yeah,
this?
bro.
He's looked
He's
up.
gone, bro.
Look at Bobby Schmurder.
No, but Bobby
Nah,
Schmurder.
but
But he came back. He came back. Yeah, he came back.
But
that's
that's
what-
wait.
The song's
We didn't even
kinda
forget his
bad.
songs. I can't lie. We didn't even forget his songs.
Yeah, I
No,
can't
no, we
lie.
didn't. We
I'll
didn't.
still up to that now.
I still
It
booked
was-
that now.
It wasn't long enough though.
I'll still box it.
I can't lie. I'll still book to that right
They
now.
got Bobby.
I feel like a lot of them though. Look at Melly.
Nah, but men is
Nah,
also
nah.
he.
He's got heat, but you don't hear his songs like it's not like
Wait,
popular.
but that's because
like
we're not
that.
allowed. We're not allowed to play it.
What Melly?
Yeah.
I thought every
If he was
time
out, we'll play it. I can't
every
lie.
time I hear, like, I always hear something that's coming out soon, and then you just forget about it. It just never comes out.
Because he's trying to stay relevant.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's true.
It's
It's true, you know.
But I can't lie. Before you went in, we were all bopping to this song.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
but it was. I was saying it was well done.
I don't even want to sing the song, but
Yeah.
Let's keep
Man, I'm-
that one.
yeah. He has some hits though, man. Everybody has their moment.
some
innit, but
snitching hits, bro.
I think that shows you like real. I don't even know if it's like skill or just luck, but staying relevant and being good at the same time. Like Kendrick and Drake and Kanye and Jay-Z.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Kendrick is more skilled than luck, and he's able to stay relevant because
He's just good.
he's just
But
good.
Drake has made. He's actually perfected both, innit? Because he's not always that good, and
No,
he's not always
I don't
that
think
lucky.
Drake.
But I think he's put the two together and he's made his own formula.
I want to
'Cause
say Drake
Kendrick-
has skill.
'cause
He
Kendrick
has
is good
a team that
regardless.
works with him
Right.
to build him.
He also has amazing features. Just be real.
Yeah, his
His
features are.
features go crazy.
And even to get him
Him
to
at 21.
him.
Yeah, but that's. I can't lie. No, you can't say that.
Nah.
Anybody is good in the song 21 Savage, bro.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
no,
Everybody-
no,
but
no.
that's true. But
Anybody
I'm saying
is
he
good
has
in
good
the-
features.
Yeah, he does.
Drake
He
has
has
good
good
features. I can't like even to get him to feature your song. You don't
Well,
need
give,
Drake.
give me a good Drake feature.
The one who did Essential C.
Drake doesn't have a song with Central C.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
What?
Bro.
Is the off the radar one?
That's not a song, bro. That's a freestyle.
Is that not a song?
And I don't
then?
even like his verse in that. No, I'm not taking it.
It's
No, I'm not taking it.
Most of Drake's features are unnecessary, but
I'm saying Drake's washed.
anyway, moving on
I
swiftly.
think he's washed, man.
Fair enough. Man.
It is. I feel like it's for the younger generation now.
I don't even know if he is.
I
bro.
don't think that because the good Drake was the old Drake.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
old Drake that we grew up on.
Yeah.
Because now he's just hopping, it's just trend hopping.
Yeah,
innit?
like
But Kendrick.
like Gleichester, Gleichester.
Whoa.
I don't even know how you said that song, but anyway.
What's
Wait,
the
Wait, what's
good
the?
one.
There's a song called Glide.
Something like that, yeah.
Let him land.
He didn't land. Bro. He didn't land.
Listen, let me just move on.
But what I remember what I was gonna say, man. So you man's idea of modern day manhood.
I don't know, bro.
Being a man in 2025 in this day and age, right?
Yeah.
What's your expectations for yourselves, and what do you think society's expectations is, and how that's changed? Because obviously, the role of a man has changed from when it was like in our parents' generation and to now.
So since you posed that question,
Right.
you go first.
To be fair, I was gonna ask something similar like that about like living up to expectations. So might
Yeah,
as well go on with that.
because I don't know, man. I feel like it's gone from men have to be the pure breadwinner to women can do their thing now, which I don't mind, which I like a lot. No, because certain men can't like see.
I
their
know
goal.
what you mean.
But
The
it's
way
not-
you
it's
say
not-
it is like, oh, they can finally be out of
No, I like that still. I like successful women. That's attractive, man. But yeah, men, like certain men just can't see their girl doing more than bigger things than them, which is they just feel like that's the requirement as a man to provide. And
quick side question. Will you guys be okay with being a house husband?
yeah, I can't lie. I don't mind it.
I would be. Okay
I wouldn't do it
with
though. I couldn't do it, but I don't
In
mind.
the sense of being a house husband, I'll be fine with it, but I wouldn't like because I would be bored. I need to
Yeah,
be
I'm
always doing
saying.
something.
Guys, do you not have a personal life? Like, run a
No,
business from home? Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
You can actually do everything for home.
I could do that.
You could work
I
for
hear it,
home.
I hear it, but I feel like I would just need to be doing something. But the whole thing of being a hustler, that's cool. I don't mind doing that.
You know, sadly, my ego is. I can't have a goal. My goal. I can't, earning more than me is a bit mad.
I was gonna answer that. Would you mind if your girl earned more than you? I personally
You
wouldn't
know
mind.
what? Yeah, I
You
can't
know
say
it
I
is.
don't mind.
It might be for
That's
a
money
season,
coming
you
in.
For a season.
Now think
For a
about it.
season.
Times change. Maybe she got promotion. She
You know
went
what I'm
hard.
saying? Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like
You given her
just
deep
in
it.
general,
You've been
she's the
providing.
breadwinner,
She's
though.
now gone back to school, got her master's. She then got a stupid crazy
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. But you see that though,
What, her being a breadwinner?
right? That can get to the head sometimes. I don't like that.
I know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same way you get to a man's head.
yeah. If
You
the
know what I'm
person
She's
is
saying?
like women in power.
No, I do.
No,
but
no.
you can't be treating me like.
Listen,
Um,
let's word it right.
Let's that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's word it right. Yeah, let's word it right.
In
If-
my
if
house.
the person
Basically, he doesn't want her to have the
Nah,
upper hand.
No. She can have the upper
listen,
hand.
to save him, let's word it right. If the person, regardless of gender, is good cocky with it, then it's a bad thing.
You know, I
Nah,
hear
no.
that.
Nah.
I hear that.
Is that not what you just said?
So basically,
I think in this-
you want to be the prize.
No, there's a scenario where, for example, if she's really doing her thing in her career, yeah, she's taken off. I said, do your thing. Go on, babe, do your thing. Cool.
Yeah.
But
in
if
the
it's
back
like,
of your head.
no, I fully support. You have to be supportive, innit? If you're in a
Okay.
relationship. But, when it's like, she's getting away with this and getting away with that.
What do you mean getting away with this?
Like,
Getting away
when
with
if it ever gets to her head, I'm earning more than this guy, and he's in my, like, she pays for the house and that. I'm not bombing it, so that'll never happen, but
it?
just say it for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
She pays for the house and that, and I'm just just taking care of the youths and that, just playing the PS5 all day.
Are you saying that she's making it known? Is like
You know,
you're broke?
Yeah,
that can't run.
Yeah, I can't like
Yeah.
that. That
That
can't.
can't run.
but I'll never be with someone like that anyway. So.
That's literally toxic. So I'm
Yeah.
not doing
And I
that.
said she's paying the house and she's making it know like imagine we go in there like out and then she's like they ask what does your husband do? Oh, he stays at home. I go out to like,
I
what?
don't mind that though, because
Yeah.
I'll hold that down. I'll hold the house.
I hold it
husband
down,
thing
but like there's a way to word it.
No. You can say house husband.
No, you
I
can
don't
say
mind
that, but
that,
there's a
yeah.
way to word
Because
it.
really, I want in that situation. My babe's doing
Nah,
bigger
facts.
things than your
Bro.
girl. Because you have to go out to work. I'm telling that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know it is. To men is a bragging thing.
Slightly, yeah. But to women, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. To be
The
fair.
double standards.
I hear
in
that.
this.
But I feel like a lot of girls don't even want that for themselves, bro.
What? House husbands?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
they
it's-
like that.
A lot of girls want to work, but they also don't want to work.
Yeah.
They want the choice.
Girls don't want to work.
I don't know if
They
I'm
don't
here
want
for
to
that,
work.
bro.
They just want the choice.
I don't know if I'm here for that, bro. Equality, we're all working, bro. We're all working.
So
Let's be
what
real.
situation would you ever would you ever let your girl stay home? Like,
Kids.
to be a housewife?
Or if she wants
No,
to.
if she wants to like, be a housewife, then cool. But don't be like a housewife that's taking the piss.
Yeah, like don't be maxing out credit cards.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
not happening. If we're a housewife, we're being good on our financial. We're living on a financial budget of you being a housewife, not as if we got both working sort of thing.
But housewife is still working, isn't it? But
Yeah,
at
I
the
can't
same
lie,
time,
it's still a
I
job,
don't
full-time
really
job.
like the idea of them taking like 25% of your, because they're just like another tax. It's like tax, isn't it? I got to give you money.
Yeah, you're not a tenant in my house.
You know what I'm
It's like,
saying?
I get
Yeah,
that.
I got to pay you to take care of my house. Let me just take care of my house and you go work in it. You know what I mean? But I got different thoughts about it.
No, that's like if you're taking out a house, like take a house together, you both want your names on the house. If something goes wrong, she's just taking that. Yeah, you're done for, bro.
Okay, based on that question, do you think society's expectations currently of a man in this day and age is unrealistic?
Yes.
Like, can you still do the house, the car, the happy wife? You know what I'm saying? In this ecosystem.
Yeah, you can.
I
You
say
think?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not
It's not unattainable.
it's not an unattainable expectation.
Nah.
But you could have it could be unattainable and still be.
I think it's a
so
mindset
it could be
thing.
attainable but still be unrealistic. Though.
It could be a mindset thing. Though.
I think it is.
Mm.
I think it is attainable, like you said. Yeah, it's a mindset thing, but I think it is also a little bit unrealistic in only the sense of the car, the house that like you see in. It's like top 10% getting that.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, you guys are now saying the car. What car?
Well,
You're
so
saying-
whatever
you're
your
saying
dream-
Lambo and all of
whatever
that.
your
Yeah.
dream car is, isn't it?
Okay, but my dream car is actually quite affordable.
Yeah, so is mine to be.
Well, that's common. That's common.
Yeah.
But then it's like what they see like on our scale. Yeah, it's affordable. On like a society scale, it's like a Lambo, it's like a mansion sort of thing. That's what we're talking on a society scale. So in that sense, it's
But
unrealistic.
I'll say, if you don't know 3 people that live in a mansion, let's say, shoot for the mansion, innit? But if you don't know 3 people that live in a mansion, don't expect a mansion from someone that doesn't even know 1 person that lives in a mansion.
Would you want a mansion?
Honestly,
I really don't know.
Too many rooms.
Too big.
That's
Too
funny
many
man
empty
said that, you know.
rooms.
Because I watched the video, I think it was, Shannon Sharp,
Yeah.
how he does that podcast.
Yeah.
He had like cash though on there. I think she was saying she bought a mansion for 2 mil and she had to sell it. Because it's like, it doesn't make sense, isn't it? It's too expensive, it's too big, too much maintenance.
Imagine, like, obviously, if you have a mansion, you're probably gonna have a cleaner. But imagine you ain't got a cleaner, trying to vacuum all that now.
Yes,
Yeah, but you know,
we
I
need
feel like,
staff for a mansion.
You do
innit?
need
I
stuff.
feel like if I had a mansion,
I really like the idea of people being in my house like that.
that's what I was thinking. I don't like the
Yeah.
people. I feel like I have to just like family. Here's a house to live.
But even that, I was thinking that, but I don't even think I want my family in my house like that, bro.
No,
no,
Like my whole family, you know what I
No,
mean?
the thing is,
Yeah, long.
you can guys can live there.
I've already been doing that. Like,
I'm gonna have an extra house to dissipate to when you've had enough of it.
Yeah.
no, but then if I have an extra house, I'm just gonna live in that house. Why am I paying for somewhere for you to stay?
No, baby, you bought it outright because you had the means.
I'm selling. I don't see a point in a mansion, to be honest. Unless it's like bare people. If
What
it's
if you're
like,
living with your friends?
yeah, if it's
I
like
can't
that.
lie, I don't
No,
like it.
if it's like that's crazy.
No, be honest, guys.
No, but if it's a mansion, you don't have to see us every day, you know, there's different
No, everybody
roads,
has to
bro.
see each other
You
every
can have the
day.
right ring. I got the
Yeah, I'm saying.
left.
Just meet in the middle when you want.
Yeah.
I hate that, man.
I don't
I don't want to be
like
driving in and then I see you parked up with a different car. Then I'm gonna be like, oh, that's like, essentially you're blocking the driveway. I'm just like,
You go with
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
hear
you got.
I hear that.
bro, I
Yeah,
just write off both our cars then.
I hear that, but I think that's the only way I would have, not even a mansion, but if I was like a big house, if I was living with a group of guys that like I'm chill living with, if it's not,
That's it. What do you think? Like, you know how in America they do like those group houses, contact houses and stuff. Where
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
that's
'cause
the only situation I'll be living in like a mansion.
I must have
Anyway.
But I don't think you can run in the UK like that.
I must have seen Central C, yeah. He had like a Spotify day in the life thing.
Yeah.
And he lives in a house with all his boys in like a mansion.
I think
In-
that's
in
pretty
the-
good.
I don't think he lives. Like
What?
he lives there, but he doesn't like.
But I think I think he says it. I don't know if he says it.
Like, you know, he probably has an extra space if he needs to just disappear to.
Probably.
Like,
Yeah.
he must have different places in it, but
But like,
all his boys live there and he
Yeah.
stays with them whenever in it. But that's lit. I think that's cool.
That's cool. I can
it
do
sounds cool, but realistically, I feel like you might get annoyed at your friends and stuff. Like,
that.
you know, you can live with your
It depends how you
friends.
live.
Probably not, to be fair.
It depends how you live, because I'll still be kind of staying to myself anyway. I'll be real.
Yeah, be in my room. Like, I
It'll make things more convenient. If you want to hang out, just go out your room. That's kind of it. But like, if you got enough
But-
space, I could go like a good 2-3 rooms without seeing you, man. I'll be calm.
But that's like a uni. I'm just imagining a uni.
Yeah, that's
when I
how
think
I'm
that.
imagining you
And I
get
don't,
like.
I don't mind that because my boy,
I hated that.
one boy is here, directly across from me, and one's upstairs. We all just convene in the kitchen.
I think it'll be calm. to be
So
honest.
when you don't want to do your own thing, just go to your room.
But
Go to
then
your
say if you
side.
haven't seen me for like a good 2-3 weeks, I know you guys knocking on the door saying, "Oh yeah."
But
Nah,
that's
but
the thing,
when I see you, I'll
wouldn't
see
be-
you.
I wouldn't be knocking your door.
We live in
I'd
the
be
same
in the
house.
house.
I think you too, but I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about
We
general
live,
people.
we live
like,
in the same yard, like.
you know how like they start to get in your business because obviously they just feel like, oh, you're avoiding them or something like that. But I'm just,
Nah, but
I hear what you're saying though. I hear like it.
Cause I feel like
it
you guys
depends
know me in it.
depends
it's
who
not
you
the
live with,
avoidance
innit?
thing. Yeah, it depends who you live
As long
with.
as I'm seeing you car moving every few days, I know you're alive. You're cool.
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
gonna let you do your thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not depressed or dying.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, you're cool. You do your thing, innit? Just whenever you go out, pick up some like drinks or something.
some supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big on the supermarket stuff.
Heavy on the supermarket, man.
Now, what were you saying about back to the whole expectations thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What were you saying about like how if we like can live up to it, basically?
Yeah, like say a partner's expectation, parents' expectation, just society in general. Innit?
But
Or the
even-
people around you, I guess.
But don't you think expectations like subjected to the person?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your expectation that you think the society holds us to?
Like the expectations of a young man, or just a man in general.
What is it?
So you have to figure things out. You have to, I don't know, just be patterned in it. But
So
like
what's
in
pattern?
reality, I feel like I was deep in. Your 20s are really to set up your 30s, innit?
Yeah,
Or the rest of your life.
that's true.
So us now, we don't really have everything sorted out. You're still beginning stuff. You're still doing this, still doing that. When like 10 years from now, everything will be different, innit? But like in this stage, it's really just a building thing. But that's just
I feel like you can make your mistakes in this stage. You can actually go broke and start again.
Yeah, for
It's the time to learn, but also I personally think 20s is the time to start making your money for your 30s.
You think?
Before it's a bit too late, because like when
I
you're
think
30s, that's when you're getting a house stuff. You start from now at 20s.
You'll be good.
Yeah,
Gucci
you're good.
For,
that's when
Well, even
compound
Gucci, because
interest
you never
starts
know,
to
life
work in
can
your
change.
favour, innit?
Life could change overnight.
Yeah, I'm not saying obviously live your 20s out, but also as much as people say 20s if you're living, I think 30s really if you're living. That's when you see everyone actually living life in their 30s. Yeah.
I can't lie.
Like you said, 20s is the set of your 30s.
Trying to enjoy 40s, bro.
What if you live in your 30s?
I'm trying to be done by 45, bro. Retired and chilling.
What?
I hear that.
Might start
Passive
saving.
income, that like I'm just chilling, bro. Like not chilling on the too much thing, but like
At peace.
at peace. You don't have to look at your bank account too tough. Just sign in to work, get your job done,
Yeah.
Just do your thing.
do your thing.
Yeah.
You could just play around a bit.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Like you know, house is paid for.
You know when you retire, you can't stop working.
Yeah, you don't stop working.
You can't stop now.
But then at least now you can put your energy to different things. Like
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
you just buy a business if need be.
Yeah, true, sir.
I feel like it's subjected to what you see as work. Someone's work could just be going for a walk and coming back. Make sure they're alive every day.
Or just like a couple phone calls a day, make some money.
Yep.
And that's it. That's true. It's all subjective. So what's your man's ideal? How do you want to live when you're retired?
I just want to be chilling, innit?
Want to be on an island in the Caribbean?
I can't know.
What?
I hear that.
I don't want to be here.
Islands.
I don't want to be here.
But a nice little island, you know, you wake up. If you just feel like, let me go to the beach today, just walk down to the beach.
I think I'm too urban for that.
You're city boy.
City boy, yeah?
Not that term, but yeah. I'm a bit too urban for that. Maybe suburbs, but country, nah, I can't.
I hear suburbs. I hear that.
Do that stuff.
But do you really get that here?
No.
Yeah.
What country you looking for then?
There's better suburbs.
Like you know the American movie? Nah, not that suburbs. Like you know the American movie suburbs where like
the stereotypical stuff.
Yeah.
So you're saying America? Yeah. To be fair, if I live in America, it can only be suburbs.
Yeah.
That's the only
I can't live city America.
No, I like city America. I like New York.
You can live in New York.
Yeah,
When I'm under
You can live in New York or New York City.
No.
New York. No New York City.
Okay, that's calm. Because
Yeah.
New York City is mad.
Yeah.
New York itself.
I could do New York City though, but that's like you need money for that.
Yeah, that's too much.
No, but that's the thing. You said when you're retired. And
Yeah, so I will have money to be fair. So yeah, I could do that. Penthouse up somewhere. That'll be nice.
Up top floor.
Not too much though.
I feel like I don't want all of that later on. I'd rather have that now, enjoy it, and have like house.
Yeah, to just settle.
So in case like I have kids,
Yeah.
quiet neighborhood.
Because really,
I'm the only problem. Noise complaints.
Yeah. When you're retired, all you really want is convenience, isn't it?
Yeah, like just quick 10-minute drive to stores.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, man. Gotta make it happen, man.
Nice neighborhood in a school gated district. Yeah.
Gated district.
Yeah, man. I can't.
Gated community, I like that.
I love the gated community life.
I hear that, I hear that.
I rather know everyone who's my neighbours and stuff.
I don't want no neighbours.
No, I said obviously we don't want neighbours, but like if I have neighbours, I'd rather know who they are.
I don't mind
Yeah.
it.
They know who I am. If anything's wrong, they can call
Come
me.
through.
I can come call them.
But don't bother me all the time. Only when you need something. I'm not trying to talk to you every single day.
Like if you see that someone sketches in the neighbourhood,
The
and then
little
they put in the group
the
chat.
little neighborhood watch thing.
Yeah, I can't lie. I fuck with neighbourhood watch.
Trying to do neighbourhood watch, yeah.
I can't lie. It's the best decision. Like deep it. I don't have to worry about my house getting robbed.
Someone's on it. Yeah, it's true. Someone's always on the clock.
And I could also, I'll be on it for others as well.
Nah, I'm trying to do that. I'm saying security though.
Oh no, I still have security. Oh, I'm having a smart home. Everything in
I
there
said smart home.
connects to our phone. Hey Siri, deal with this.
What do you think smart was gonna be like at that time though?
I don't even know.
I don't know too smart. Cause like say electricity out and everything's just voice activated. Nah.
No, because the way
That's
it's
true.
going, it's gonna look like in Wally. it's gonna be like that, the floating chairs.
Nah,
I'm not trying to
I
look
don't
like that,
want
man.
that. I don't want that. I want it that if I need to go press a button, I'll press a button. But if I could be like, hey Siri, turn on lights, turn off lights, or
Yeah, that's cool. I like
Yeah, but
it.
that's not even like a modern thing though. That's been for a while.
Yeah,
The
you
type
can-
of-
Yeah. Okay, but do we have it on house standard?
Well, no, does anyone?
I know a few.
Or a standard?
Is it?
The house came with it.
Yeah, but they live in like central London. Like
Oh.
they have that money in there.
Yeah, that's a nice setting. though.
Right. Imagine someone said, by the way, this is how you tell a fly. I was like, fairs. Yeah, money.
That's cool.
That's nice.
Like, thing is, we could actually just start like buying electricity, changing the bulbs to get that. But like, nah, I don't want to go through that. Why am I putting money?
But the thing is, I do like the idea of sorting out a house to exactly how you like it. And I don't actually like mind the idea of making my dream home.
I love the
You know
idea.
what I mean?
of it.
Yeah, making your house your home.
Yeah. So if you're like 30s, if you just buy a land, build a house in your like throughout your 30s.
I mean, maybe not build a house in the UK, but like,
Well, yeah, wherever you live.
Well, yeah, wherever it is, isn't it?
And then by the time you're 45, 50, your house is perfect.
That's a
And
long
you can
time.
just sit in there and you can die in that house because you made that house. I like
I hear
that.
that.
I like that.
I hear
that.
Everything is to what I want, you know what I mean?
This is exactly how I want it.
Yeah, basketball
Yeah.
court in the back. shoots
All of
on
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
so would you say it's better to buy a house now, or okay, not even just better to buy a house now?
In this economy.
More like,
up north.
would you buy a house to live in now, or would you buy a house to make more income now?
I think if you buy a house now, you should buy a house to rent it out to make income for the future. I think that's personally, with the way the world is now, I think that's the best way of doing it.
And is renting bad?
Like,
as
I'm
in-
not,
as
Like,
in
you
you're
don't
renting.
own that house, you're renting.
you buy a house to rent. Sorry, you buy a house.
No.
You rent a house to live in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I don't know if I'd rent a house.
I don't like renting.
It gives
in
a
general.
flexibility of movement.
No, but
Well,
I
it's
mean, I
dead
don't know
money.
if I'd be like a house. I rent like an apartment or something.
Okay,
not
yeah,
like a
yeah.
house.
Not a house, is it? But
Yeah.
apartment.
I think renting's obviously, you don't know everyone's situation. Renting's okay, but I don't think it's the preferred way of doing it. I don't think it's the best way
What's your opinion of it?
of renting. Like, if I was to do it, personally, I would want to avoid it. I would want to own my
How
own
comes?
house.
There's
I
dead money,
just
man.
want to own my thing. I don't want to be paying someone else's mortgage.
Okay, so say you own the house, you don't live in it, you rent that out. You rent a place because you wanted to test out that neighborhood. Obviously, the money you use to rent comes from the house. So all the money you work for is basically your money in it. But then the house you own pays for the house you rent in, and it gives you flexibility to move around.
I'll just live in my house.
Yeah.
No, but you could always go back to your house because you
I'm
own
a
it.
bit confused by this.
But I'll just live in it. If I'm paying,
But you're not really
I'm not
paying
using
it.
money in that.
Yeah, you're not using money. So is
Yeah.
renting bad, or is it because you don't have the means, or
Depends
Cash
what side
flow.
of it. Depends what side of it you're on.
Yeah. Like if you're just going out to somewhere to live by yourself, no other rented place out to find that place, I'm not renting. Because then that's just dead money. Like if you think you have to pay, what's the average rent price for a flat? Like
let's just say 2,000 now. Like
$2,000 or a month?
bro, it's getting
What?
more expensive.
Alright, for clarity's sake, it's say 1.4. But it
a
is,
month?
but it is around 2,000. But for clarity's sake, it's like 1.4.
Alright, that's 16,000 a year. So you stay there for 5 years. See how much money
That's
that's?
mad.
It's 80 grand, bro.
And you could be making that up for someone.
You could buy a house with what? You could invest that in a yard.
The thing is, when you're renting, you're literally paying for someone else's mortgage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rent price is always more than what the house is anyway. So you're paying for that, and they're just taking that profits and paying for their mortgage. with that.
Exactly.
You're just paying for someone else's house. I'm not trying to do that. I'd rather own it
Own
myself.
something.
If I have to rent, then cool, I have to rent. It'll probably be like I said, like an apartment or something like that, something small. But I would rather not rent.
But again, it depends on your lifestyle because, as
Yeah.
you said, it is flexible, innit? So if you wanted to just up and leave
You just
with
go.
rent it, you could do that.
Okay, and would you buy your first house with your partner, or would you buy it by yourself?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And you let them go first. Let them go first.
And let them buy theirs.
Let them go first.
So you both have ownership of places. Obviously, it depends on income and all that. Obviously, there's some like situations, but like,
Mm.
would you rather buy a place together first, or buy your own separate places? So then you have
Quick question of what you mean by partner. Do you mean like you're married?
wherever
or-
you
No, but in this
Let's say
situation.
girlfriend.
Okay, go.
Girlfriend
Long
or
time
married?
girlfriend.
But are
3
you,
years
are, you,
plus.
are you
3
planning
years
to marry?
plus. Of
Let's say that
course.
you've got intentions to marry her.
Okay. Yeah, you answer your question.
No, you go
No,
first.
no,
You
no,
go
no.
first. So like,
I forgot to say real. Ask the question again.
Go on.
so
I just forgot, bro.
I forgot to.
Would you want to buy a property with a partner or buy an individual property for yourself?
I think in like
Actually,
financial.
no. You moving out of your parents' house,
Yeah.
property for yourself or property with your partner at the time? Let's go with that.
I'm assuming we're in a situation of like we can afford to do this.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I would rather financially wise makes more sense. Buy by yourself. They buy by themselves, whatever, and then you come together. I say that sense makes more sense. If it's of a,
Would you help them buy?
No.
I'm
I
not
mean,
with them.
sorry.
I'm not with them.
That's so simple.
Like I'm not with them yet. Like
Hey, but
what-
3
what's-
years,
what's-
you
what's
you
my
have
stance
intention
with
to marry.
4 years dating, 5 years dating.
is there a ring? Engaged?
Long time. Let's say you're 20,
You're 27.
28.
Are we engaged?
6 years.
No,
We're not engaged.
but you
But
have
you-
the intention to
You got a
marry.
ring.
Mm.
You have the ring.
Am I helping them buy their own separate house?
That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Hey, some people will. Some people will actually invest in their partner.
Are you some people? If
No.
I'm
Hey,
No,
hey. Yes, I am some people. And what?
Alright, go on.
So you basically asked me, I'm gonna help them buy their separate house. Right?
Yeah, but then they'll help you buy yours.
No, but I've already
Let's buy
bought
us
mine.
together, bro.
I've already bought mine already.
Whoever buys first, is it?
Yeah, but why would I help them buy their own house?
Okay,
buy
so
my own house
if
first?
she helps you to buy yours first,
What's going on then? Why wouldn't I just buy it together then?
That's what I'm saying.
but you don't get. No, but,
No, but if she's helping, she's
if you
using
buy
her money.
together, if you buy together,
Yeah,
You lose the first
you lose the
time.
first time buyers.
yeah.
But I'd rather that than.
But what you're saying doesn't make sense because you're just swapping money.
Yeah, because all
It
about my
doesn't make
house.
sense. Yeah.
No, but
like-
then you're working as a team to accomplish goals faster. If you think of it like that.
No, because if you're saving for your house and she's saving for. If you're saving for your house and you're saving for her house, when's your house gonna get bought? If you're giving her money that you're supposed to pay in your house.
Yeah, but then when as she
Basically-
bought, as she bought her house,
And that's
she started
assuming
to
that
wait.
they're in a position to even give money back to
Yeah,
invest
but-
in your thing and the variables
It
and how
depends-
much.
like I said, if we're both renting our properties out,
Yeah,
the money she gets from her property, she then puts back into.
but do you,
If you think about it, it is obviously. I understand where you guys are coming from. We also
no, that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm still a
okay.
bit.
That makes sense.
Okay, no,
But
think
you
of that.
how
Wait,
you
wait,
be
wait.
renting properties? You mean the properties that you're gonna buy by swapping money?
Yeah.
So wait, from what I understand
Okay,
so
cool.
far,
Think of it like,
what I'm
this
getting,
real quick.
right?
So you two
Right.
were like, okay, cool. Let's buy properties to Airbnb or rent out
Mhm.
to generate income for each other. Like you've invested money for a greater return. Obviously, it takes time, innit?
Mm.
You got back your return of what you bought. Would you then put your money together to get another property, or would you just?
So what property's been bought?
So okay, cool. You two go join together. You buy Jake's property first.
Right.
You both got your initial money back,
Right.
and now, would you want Jay to help you get a next property, or are you just gonna get your next? You have enough to get your property by yourself. You can get a better property.
If you put money in,
Yeah,
I hear what you're
and
saying.
you're actually a teamwork effort, and that's more income for both of you. Obviously, if you do it long term, obviously partners are long term.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea when you put it like that.
Obviously, I literally understood where you were coming from because like, oh no, I sound crazy. innit?
Yeah.
But I have to break it down. Real quick.
But then that's doing that one at a time.
Yeah, that is one
Yeah.
at a time.
That's not
But
bad.
it's quicker. It's achieved quicker.
Yeah.
So you just prioritize who gets it first, and then from that the next one gets it. Like that.
Literally. So it's just
That,
focusing
okay, I understand that. I
on this
understand
house.
that. I wouldn't mind doing it, but I feel like it's.
A conversation
I
has to
have
happen
to be
first.
financially well to be doing that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm looking to help you buy yours, and then you help me buy mine. When we could just buy each other's own ones. But I hear what you're saying.
But then buying each other's own ones could take. I want to say to buy probably like 3 years, isn't it?
You know, you see that? Yeah, that would take a long. To actually get money back from that would take a while.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Because even renting, you don't actually get that
Because
much money
it
back
might take
from
you
rent.
guys.
Because you have to pay your mortgage and whatever's covered from the mortgage. You have to pay your utility bills and mortgage, and you just take what's on top of that. But
Yeah.
what's on top of that won't be like a lot of
Yeah,
a
but you're
big
still
amount of
working
money.
your
In it.
normal job. That
I think the
Yeah,
best,
I
I
give
think
you
the
a-
best scenario of doing that is if you're doing that, but you're still living at home, so you'd have to pay your own mortgage yet. Then you're just getting money from it. If you're doing that and you're also paying for your own house as well.
No, that's
Yeah,
what
but it
you-
is paying
you-
for your
you-
mortgage.
No, but you're still living at home and you're just renting out this house you've bought.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't have to worry about other expenses or another mortgage and that.
Yeah.
But that is the case though, because you're working to get the portfolio of properties to then get a property.
So when would you live in a house?
I can't lie, probably when I'm married.
See, that's the thing. I don't actually like that idea, you know. I don't mind that idea, sorry. But like me prolonging my actually living in a house is what I don't like.
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
When you live in an apartment for the meantime being?
Why should I rent if I have a house? That's where my mind goes. Like genuinely.
I get.
Sometimes saying that you can really profit from it, but I need a yard at some point. You know what I mean?
It's a sacrifice. Really, you have a yard.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you have a yard. Like you said, why would I rent if I have a yard?
Yeah. I hear that.
But then why would you live in the yard if you don't need to live in the yard yet and have more income?
I mean,
like, you could travel.
I could do that at this age, but like at 30, 35, I'm still my parents. They're sideways. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless they see that, like, if I got 2 properties under my thing, fair enough in that. But
I think you can have
at some point, you're gonna want your own space for your own reasons,
like
family.
Leave the country and come back later, bro.
But if you got a wife, you know, you still can't be living in your.
Yeah, but by the time you have a wife,
2 people in there. You know what I mean?
By the time you have a wife, you like you said, you already have a property. You just go to the property.
And kick the person out, you can do that.
Yeah, I can't like that's literally what people do. You can kick the person out, go into your property. But then I say it would be nice to achieve and get another property. So then that property is paying for this property.
Yeah, I hear that. So things is paying for.
Like it's literally sacrifice. Like
yeah, but I need to be comfortable as well, man. I hear that.
You still have a job, you know. You're not jobless.
Yeah.
You still have an income.
I hear that. So would you do it with a partner or not?
You know what it is? It depends who they are. Honestly speaking, it depends who they are. Nah, you know what it is? It depends who they are. If we've had the conversation and like, we don't even have to sign contracts, I can't lie.
And NDAs and that.
NDAs.
Yeah. Hear that?
Yeah, I would. Especially, huh?
Go on.
No, what are you about to say?
No, I said I'm doing it by myself, innit? I want my own property, man. Because I feel like relationships are too, unless it's set in stone.
Yeah.
They're too unpredictable.
Volatile.
Yeah, for me to invest it. Like, unless I know you're my babe for a long period of time, then we can invest together, innit? And I'm happy to do that. But until I get to that realization, yeah, I'm not doing this.
I literally get what you're saying. Like,
You know what I'm
I'm not disagreeing with you guys.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just playing devil advocate because I'm going to show you the other side.
So what side are you on? That's what I'm trying to ask.
What side am I on right now? I'm going to have to help them, innit?
Oh, so you would help them, but so would you help them buy their property first? So imagine you help this girl buy their property.
Who comes first?
And they run away.
That's mad.
If they run away, I can't lie.
That's mad. Because you better give me my half of the
You know what I'm saying?
Because what's going on?
Yeah, you best keep bank transferring me until I get that money back.
Because
Imagine like,
that's
oh,
why
she got a house
you have
now.
to be set in stone.
Yeah, things don't work out. Oh, what's gonna happen to the house?
And it's in her name.
Yeah, I'm not doing
You don't get that, bro. It's in her name.
Nah, I hear you what you're saying. So.
You know what I'm saying? But if it's
But
your babes, that's your goal.
If that's,
Or your wifey, then fair enough. That's
but if it's not, you're stupid.
yeah,
Innit?
it makes sense. Though.
I'm not just saying any random person did it. I'm saying someone long term you actually had that conversation with that. You actually know like this is set in stone, this is gonna happen. But if it's not like that, don't go with your head stupid, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm still thinking like realistically.
Okay, so would you get your property first?
Yeah,
and if they actually agree to it, then once you get your property, would you help them?
Yeah, I would. But what I was saying was,
so isn't that just a trust thing?
No, yeah, it is. But that's what I'm trying to say. Realistically thinking, you just be like proper locked in, right? It's your babe. You know you're gonna think, but anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. And I don't really want to do that until there's an actual ring.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to do that for real. Because that's when it's actually set.
Yeah, but when there's a ring, you wouldn't want to even like be investing in properties. You'd rather get one to live in because you guys are married. Like did you guys not just say that?
Yeah, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. I need it to be set. It doesn't have to actually be wrong. So
okay,
at that point of the ring.
No, I need a ring still.
And I hear what you guys saying, but then okay, so you married at 25.
It's 25.
Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa.
Just because you're 23.
That's just 2 years for this guy.
Yeah,
You're 23.
Too close to
Doesn't mean
That's bad.
so you're pushing 30.
That's your face, crazy.
It's a scenario, guys.
Yeah, 28.
Breathe, guys.
Married at 28.
Okay, 26. Is that fine? No.
Well, after the year, like it's okay.
I'll give you guys 2 scenarios.
What age you want to get married?
Hey, we're not gonna come to you right now.
We'll come back to that.
I got like 2 years left in me.
2 years.
Nah, probably. Years, I don't know. When God says it's right.
Did you get married at Did you get married at 30?
Isn't that too far?
I don't think so, no.
No, but in my life patterns up.
Realistically, most time marriages happen was more for a convenience sake. Your marriage
True.
doesn't actually, it doesn't technically actually seal anything because
It does.
No, it
means
does.
you
It
own
does.
them.
It whoa.
Nah.
It doesn't.
I
It
don't- He agrees. That's what he's laughing.
it does. It does and it doesn't, right? Because obviously, when you get married, that's the sanctity of marriage. You seal until death do us part. Even though really that never really happens with most couples these days. But like,
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm not a marriage.
Hey, just
counselor,
saying.
innit? Like basically, divorce rate's up and down, innit? But basically,
Hey, what God puts together, no man can separate.
yeah, to that. But realistically thinking, yeah, like you can
Is that
still
realistic?
live a married life without being married.
True.
The marriage doesn't actually change really anything in the relationship, or is I feel like in an ideal relationship it shouldn't really change anything. Your relationship should still be the same, just now you guys are together. So in that sense, I'm not sure. Like it's a bit iffy. So getting married, whatever age at 30, doesn't matter. Getting married at 45 doesn't matter. Half the people I work with here, bro, they're like 50. They're not even married. They're together, but they're not
I
married.
remember when I was at work.
Yeah, like they've got their
They all
partners.
keep talking about it as well.
Yeah, they've got their partners.
one day,
They're not
one
married.
day.
A lot of people just get married just for the convenience sake of like, okay, cool, now we're married. Now we have the house in our name. Now we have the things in our name. But you don't need to be married to like have it. Obviously, me personally, I would like to get married, but
Oh yeah, 100%.
it doesn't really matter.
Do you think it's also cultural and
I think marriage is definitely cultural.
like?
A lot of cultures go for marriage. A lot. Imagine the ones where like you literally like what's it like, got a mail order brides and stuff like that. You literally got a in some cultures where you got like how many cows or goats you got to sell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta
bride
pay.
all of that.
Are we
Like,
saying you man's culture? You gotta pay for the bride and that.
is that a thing?
What's your
Yeah,
portion? You know- I know this about that. How much you gotta put? How much you
what's
gotta put?
the price?
I had some. I think I had 50. I had 70.
You know it's
What?
subjective
You gotta
to.
put this much money up for this
I
bride.
can't lie.
That's a mortgage.
You
That's
can,
a house.
It is a house.
What?
That's a house to get married to then buy another house.
I can't
What's
lie.
going on?
I can't buy a ghost though.
Yeah, nah.
'Cause I actually see you as a prostitute.
Let's-
That sounds bad.
No, but I hear
Yo!
what you're saying.
Are you calling me bad?
No, but I hear what you're saying though. Like slavery's over for real.
You know
Why am I
what I'm
buying you?
saying? I'm actually
Let's
good.
go.
Listen, you own
I'm
it.
putting bread up.
Hey, don't cancel me still.
Like,
I'm
what?
just saying what these guys
Anyhow, you
are
get
thinking.
rich.
I bought you in it.
Yeah, bro, that's mad.
Nah.
But respect to them cultures, innit? Respect to them cultures.
Nah,
Yeah, put respect on the
Yeah,
culture.
Respect to the culture, but personally, me, I can never do
Yeah,
that.
man, I'm taking on that still.
Okay, so say you meet someone and that is their culture. What's
We're getting a look.
It's been a,
Because that's not happening, bro.
it's been a nice time to get to know you. Sorry, can't continue this.
That's the question for the first date. Like, I gotta know because
You actually-
I gotta know because I'm not buying
But
your
do you
family
think?
7
Okay,
goods.
do you think that? I don't want to say the word trend, but do you think that? What's the word I'm looking for, guys?
Trendy. What you saying?
No, it's not culture, but like
It is.
Tradition.
Yeah,
Tradition.
Yeah.
that's the word.
Right.
Do you think that tradition's actually slowly dying out as well?
I think it has to.
And I think it depends where you
Man,
are.
they have to.
I think it depends where you are in the world, though.
I think in Africa they do that, bro.
Yeah, that's
They
the thing.
do.
Like, where it's
In
cultural,
Africa,
it's where it is, isn't it?
that's not gonna die out.
Yeah.
The rest of the world doesn't really do that. In Asia,
Nah, but
I
in
think
UK
it
they
is.
still
Nah,
do.
even
In
in
the UK,
what?
Yeah,
we talking like
Like white
white
people.
people, like,
bro.
'Cause that's
I'm
UK.
talking mad people.
yeah, but that's not
Yeah,
UK.
but that's like
Nah.
being their traditional heritage culture to
yeah.
UK.
But I say even the younger generation, especially with social media, they make it worse today. I feel like social media makes everything worse.
I think it will die out in a couple generations.
Yeah, in a couple generations.
Yeah.
Right now, I go pay that.
'Cause
pay
right
that-
now-
pay that bride.
Because right now you got to think here. Most people that are here are either first, second, or third generation. By the time it's like 20 years from now, it's gonna be like the traditions died out. No one knows their origin.
You still don't understand this first, second, or third generation thing.
I was about to
You
get
don't
into that.
understand.
Are you all born here? Are you born here?
I'm born.
I'm first
Yeah, but I came
generation.
here. I was raised here.
Are you born there?
I came when I was like 1.
Oh, so you're not even generation here, bro.
You're just.
No, but I kind of am.
Nah,
got a
you
name,
weren't- you weren't born here.
No, but
You just got a name.
Yeah, you're actually alright.
nah, not like hey yo. Hey, look
You just got a name, bro.
Calm down.
Off the boat.
You Caribbean.
But we're first generation, isn't it?
Yeah, that's mad. We're first generation.
No, but what is first?
So that's when you're.
So new generation.
So
You're
first
generation,
generation,
bro.
when you're the first person born in a new country.
No,
So your,
but
your
is
parents
that-
moved here and you were born here. You're first generation. If
But wouldn't I be classified as first generation only because even though I was born there?
see you grew up here, but you're still born here, innit?
Yeah, but even though I was born there and grew up here, like my siblings, they're born here.
They're
they're
first
first
generation, not you.
God, let me think.
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't make the cut, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I want to be part of the club. I need the respect.
Anyway you word it, it's not making it.
But then I'm basically like them though.
But how?
Nah, but
you're
you're not.
born there,
Mine,
bro.
mine is that one criteria.
You were born in the sun, bro. That's it.
What are you guys
He's
talking
the
about?
one.
Wait, like, what?
Mine is like mine's that one criteria.
Nah,
What's the difference?
you were
The
born.
generations, if you were born here, like if you were actually birthed on this country, on
Right.
this soil, which you were
But I'm
not.
British citizen like you
No,
look.
citizens don't matter. The citizens don't matter. Were you birthed on this soil or not?
No.
Then you're not just generation.
But
You're
then
not first generation in this
second,
country.
second generation when your parents are born here
Yeah,
and your grandparents moved, right?
yeah.
Wait, so then when I
If you
So
have
that's like if
kids
your
here,
grandparents moved to England
yeah.
and your parents were born in England and you were born in England, then you're second generation,
basically it depends
Okay,
on
so
if
say
you're born in
your
England.
grandparents moved to England.
right?
Yeah.
They went back to just have birth. Then they came back to England.
Yeah, what are you classing that as?
Technically, you're first generation because they weren't born here. So,
No,
you,
so-
you would be first generation.
No, so
Your
basically my
parents.
dad's grandparents moved here.
Yeah.
He's born in Ghana though. Came back. He was actually. My dad was raised here. I didn't know. I've learned a lot about my history a lot
Fair
this
enough.
year. So he's raised here.
Mm-hmm.
Like he actually had this team. Like I find it so crazy. I actually wonder. Like I want to ask him questions in there. So we'll get to that. But like I feel like we actually sometimes. Do you guys talk to your dad like that? Like you ask about history and stuff.
Oh, bro, I don't know.
So-
Listen, my dad drops all the stories on him.
So
Really?
I got
Listen,
asking stuff.
we have
I have to
combos.
ask you though.
We got
Yeah.
combos.
Like, I can see, bro. I feel like you know the accuracy treat, bro. It feels like I'm doing that detective thing.
Yeah.
I hear it. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I hear that.
I'll be getting all that. Listen, my dad's been through it, fam. He's been through it.
like there's so
Well,
much I don't know and I want to know, but
Mhm.
at the same time, you know, it doesn't feel okay to ask. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not scared to ask, but like,
Man's like, what was the windrush like?
You just got asked.
what's that?
Don't worry, man. It's our culture, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about that. And then you got
Maybe gold rushes for me in it.
Gold rush, innit?
But yeah. So like, I find it so crazy. I don't know. I just find it crazy. He's
I
actually
guess-
crazy.
In technicalities, I don't know how that works, but in like,
If you're actually
from what
going
I'm
for-
aware of definition for what my own knowledge, we might be completely wrong to be honest, but from my knowledge of it, that would technically mean it's only your siblings that are first generation because he was born back home and then you were born back home as well. But your
Yeah, you
siblings
went
were
back
born
to
here.
and then came here.
Yeah, so I think as far as I'm aware, it depends on like where you were actually born. But
I feel like-
don't know.
That's the thing. In certain people's situation, would that be different? Because obviously, me and my dad raised here. I even know I'm like a whole decade and generation different.
Mm.
I mean, technically, you and your siblings are two different generations anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
but then,
I don't
would that
know.
make them first generation or would that make them second generation?
Their first
And-
generation of living in England. Mate, you're not generation.
I'm not a generation, but then my dad is.
I don't know what you are, bro. I don't
My dad counts as a first generation living in England as well.
I mean, technically, you're second generation living in England, but you're not a generation born in England.
Oh right, they said there's a 1.5 generation. That's different. Yeah, immigrants are individuals who came to the UK as children. That would be you.
Second 1.5.
Second generation immigrants are born in the UK but have parents who were born abroad.
Okay, so.
Wait,
So
what?
wait,
Say
what?
that again.
So
It says
my-
first generation is defined as one who is born outside of the UK. It's just said the US in it, but I'm saying UK.
Okay, yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense.
So I'm first generation, yeah.
No, you're 1.5.
Oh,
bro.
1.5, like you guys said.
So that makes us. How does that make us second?
That's what I'm
That
saying.
doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Because they weren't here.
Somebody
But they've
who's born
come here with you.
a first generation immigrant.
So that means their grandparents
Somebody
stayed there
who's-
regardless.
But they stayed there too.
No, but then they move.
And then they had me here.
Yeah, so you're the second
So I'm the
generation
first-
of the move. If you get what I'm
Okay,
saying.
in
now.
that sense, I
Yeah,
get it.
you're
Okay,
right.
yeah.
So I'm 1.5. 1.5.
You're still
I know,
1.5, bro.
It still sounds so
So
dismissive.
you're first.
But I'm not first.
Your siblings are second.
No, he wouldn't be first because his dad also
Was
grew up
raised
here.
here.
Is
Yeah,
raised
but
here.
so was
Was your
Yeah,
dad
he
raised it?
he was born. He wasn't raised there.
So you're
Whoa,
like third
this
generation.
again. Are you
No,
2.5?
He's there. He was born in England, and then his mom took him back to Trinidad.
Yeah, I
And then he
don't know
came
how this
back.
works, bro. I
See,
bro,
this is literally my.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad was. Actually, I don't even. That's a question that doesn't need
You
to be
asked
answered,
him.
innit? But
It's
all I
come
know
to live in
is
a particular
he was
country.
raised here, went back,
Of-
came back. Yeah.
No, it says first generation, a person who's come to live in a particular country or the offspring of parents who came to live in that country.
so that makes us first
First
generation.
generation.
Yeah, that makes
So
us
I'm
first
first
generation.
generation.
No, you're just Ghanaian, innit?
Bro.
Yeah.
Listen, no matter what it is, you're staying
Okay,
bro.
but I feel like we drifted in it. Where were we?
Yeah,
I didn't even know you.
yeah, I don't know.
But
how
deep
to
into that stuff.
I can't lie. That history's important. you know?
Interesting. Yeah, man.
Especially because I can't lie. Not everyone knows the history.
Oh,
No, we were
yeah.
on Bride Price. That's where we were.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
It's good. It will
You're the wrong
die
man,
down with
man.
generations. But I feel like right now, I feel like our generation is really trying to hold on to culture. I can't lie.
You think?
Yeah, they're really trying to bring culture.
Actually, I want to
Change it
ask
back.
about that though,
Go
because like, I know in African culture more, you guys know a lot about your history. In Caribbean culture, you don't know as much. Do you feel like you're really like in tune with like your culture's history? Because obviously, from back in the day, Caribbeans are made from like just all over the world, bro. Half of us like, a lot of us either like came from Africa or came from like Asia or something like that. We're really displaced. We don't really know our like. We can't go on the ancestry tree and trace all the way back and be like, yeah, I know for a fact this is my great grandfather, because he might be Scottish, he might be Spanish, you know. But you guys, more time, you could go back. That's why you guys got family names, like, and we don't really have like family names like that. So do you really feel like you know your family's history and like you're in tune with that?
Me personally, half.
How far?
Yeah, because I'm not really fat. I'm learning to be family oriented. Like how we just said earlier. Like I even need to ask about the history, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm learning about stuff. But yeah, I'm learning to be family oriented. But history wise, I can't lie. Yeah, I feel like culture wise and stuff. I do know about my culture and stuff, so that I can just ask the question and these little actually know it. Yeah, culture wise, you're right.
How do you feel about that?
I think I've had an interest in it more so.
Yeah, I
as an
remember
adult.
when, even in secondary school, you came up and you're like, oh, you're part Ghanaian as well.
Yeah. But I don't know about that stuff. But, but I'm getting to know, because obviously I've always known the Caribbean side. I've been to the Caribbean. For those of you who don't know, we're from Gerald and I are from Trinidad and Tobago.
Big up Trinity.
I'm from Ghana.
every time.
That's why they say I'm Ghanaian.
But yeah, I can't lie, I just remember before me, you know. Mine was so locked into that conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've always known about the Trini side. Obviously, been there, experienced it for myself. I think learning more so about the culture and like carnival and celebration and why we do that, because that's really a celebration of freedom.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Freedom
It comes
from what?
from like just being
Everything.
literally-
Spanish, British, French, wherever like.
Yeah, it's just
So freedom from first world countries.
from oppression, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's why it's such a like a
Huge thing.
yeah,
It's
and
a
I think that's
celebration,
why.
isn't it?
Obviously now it's kind of come to the point where Caribbean
turned
people are
trendy.
known for like
Party, yeah.
But really, it's just come from celebration, innit? But obviously that originated in Trinidad. Yeah, but the Ghanaian side, because my dad doesn't know anything about it, because his father died when he was young. So and his father was Ghanaian. So he just his grandma, my grandma was Trinidadian. So he only knows the Trini side. So me even engaging with the Ghana side, I don't even know how to. So I've always been kind of lost on
Because you know
that.
our brothers and stuff, your dad?
No, he's the only child still. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Cousins.
No, he's got a brother. I'm lying. He's got a brother, but from grandma's side. So his dad never had.
A second kid.
He's got half brother.
If,
With different dads.
do they have the same mum?
Yeah.
Then they're full brothers.
Yeah, brothers.
If you have the same mum, you're full brothers. Same dad is half. That's how me and my brother are half brothers. We have the same dad, not the same mum.
Yeah.
If it's same mum, it's full siblings.
My uncle's dad is Trinidadian.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Ghana side was completely.
Erased?
Yeah.
Oh, not erased.
I recently I went to New
There's not
York.
cousins.
Yeah, he doesn't know them, bro.
Oh, he doesn't know them
he
at
doesn't
all?
know them.
Damn.
He doesn't know that side anyway. But I recently went to America in 2022, and my uncle Hamill, big up Uncle Hamill, he's some 70-year-old. This was Adidas tracksuits, yeah.
That sounds like Uncle.
He's an uncle in it, but he was telling me about my dad about his uncle in Ghana, and he said he still chats to him sometimes, in it. So maybe from then I can try and
Might unlock something.
yeah, maybe. I'm hearing that they were chiefs in that.
Of course.
He's a chief of his my grandfather's brother is like the chief of his tribe or something like that.
Okay, fair.
That side I'm trying to get into still, but yeah.
It takes time, like.
Yeah, but that's like a lifelong.
Do you really want to not even like? Do you really want to find out? But like, why do you want to find out?
Just to know more about myself, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel
But
like
it
if you know
defines
your
you,
family.
Nah, not at
doesn't
all, but I
define
think it
you.
informs who you are in it.
Yeah.
But I like history, so just learning where you're from,
We
learning
know.
where your family's from.
We know.
You know what I'm saying? It's just nice. Because then you can teach whoever, like my nephew, my kids that have in the future, I can teach them, like, we're from here, we do this because of this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can just like know what runs through your blood. Sometimes you can even know about certain traits that just pass down from
Yeah,
family. That,
like who looks like who, stuff like that.
like me personally, I've tried to like get more into my side because obviously, like how you're saying, I was saying before, you got Caribbeans who are more African based, this is why we got Emancipation Day. That's our celebration of African history, and then you have Caribbeans who are more Asian based, which is more my side of the family. So like I try to go back to see where do we come. That's why like you have a lot of people say like, oh, well, I don't know why you call me like light skin, even though like I'm light skin like that.
You
Like,
know it is.
a lot of
You just look different, bro.
yeah, that's the same. No, literally,
Yeah.
I look different. I like my hair texture's all different, all that stuff, and it's not like I used to say not like a normal black person what you would be normal to seeing, but because it's like my, I guess literal DNA is like so mixed up. So I like to look. I want to look back, see where it comes from. Like I know I have a Uncle Ben.
I have an Uncle Ben as well.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's got Uncle Ben.
I don't know why that name became so popular.
It's some Indian uncle.
Great
So like
black
I've got like
association.
Indian in my family, innit?
Yeah.
And going back, I want to know like where they come from because then you just want to go back to the whole Arabs and Arawaks and Caribs and stuff. I don't know. In my family it was the Carib side, but then I learned recently that Arawaks and the Caribs were both the same people that just split in half. But then it also is like
Why would they split in half?
that I need to find out in it. Like,
Okay.
history books only tell me so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like obviously you go back to that's like back from Columbus days and that, and I want to know like where did my family actually come from, so I can go back. Like, did we actually come from India? Were we actual natives of that land? Did we come from part of us from Africa? Like, what happened in it? So then I can know why do we do certain things? Why do we celebrate certain things? Why do I have this one feature that not a lot of black people have? Why do I look kind of different to other black people? I've heard people say I look Indian. I've heard people say I look like...
You don't look Indian to me though.
I've heard people say it. I've only had like 2 people in my life look at me and say, you look Trinidadian. And that's
Really?
Yeah, and that's because they can
I
see
can't like
that
where you look
mixed in
Ghanaian.
it.
Man's never had that in my
Yeah.
life.
No, but the only reason I had that, because
Right.
they're like, I can see you have mixed stuff in you, so you must be
you must be
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian. It
That's
makes
the
sense.
only 2 people said that they were Trinidadian themselves. No one else
So
really
they
knows
know
that.
it,
Yeah, other than that, people
Yeah, I
look
feel
at
like
like, where
you
from?
yeah. Face value, I always get Ghanaian, man.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
you do look Ghanaian. Like you have
everyone.
Ghanaian traits, you know.
Everybody.
You do for real, right?
Only one person.
Yeah.
They used to work at Bletchley. The receptionist there. She's like, are you from the Caribbean? I said, what you say that for? It's like, oh, your nose is different. You look like this. I was like, right. But she's Ghanaian, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she could tell that.
Yeah, as
you're
a Ghanaian, we know you're not Ghanaian, but like
That's you're not part of us.
Nah, but that's not the truth. Because I feel like when I met all you, man, even I meet people
Nah,
now.
but I don't know what most people wear, bro. Like,
when you, yeah,
we went to a black school.
Yeah,
There's too many
Definitely,
combinations of personalities.
too many
You
variables,
can't just say Ghanaian Nigerian in that school.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, at least
Yeah,
from
always
my
say
personal
that.
experience, I
In
feel like
primary school, it was either Ghanaian and Nigerian. You get a one-off Congo,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I feel like personally that like a lot of Caribbeans are better at telling who's like African and who's not,
Yeah.
because we know what to look for. And, like, do you look like us or do you not look like us? Basically, because like if you don't look like us, you're probably most like African. So I feel like in that sense we're a bit better at telling.
Yeah.
But
It's easier.
yeah, it's easiest for us
Yeah.
to define. Like, I can look at someone African, I can know you're African.
Yeah. For
And I can look at someone like who's not African, and be like, yeah, you got Caribbean in you, and you got African in you, sort of thing. But I feel like only we know that because we know
That's
that we have,
us, innit?
like we have such defining. Well,
The thing is, I can't even pick it out. You just know.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just look and you just know.
Yeah,
like,
you just know
tell.
type thing.
But I don't know how to describe it for real.
Real.
It's just different.
Yeah, man. Heritage, man. Deep.
It's a good thing though. You can go even further back. I think I found out my family name's got a whole crest, you know.
I swear.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you saying that one time.
Yeah, because obviously my last name is McLean, isn't it? And McLean is very popular in Scottish and Irish position. I went and looked back because I think it was one day I was on some random phone call. I think it was just talking to like PlayStation or something. I was emailing the guy and he's like, "Yo, your name's McLean. My name's McLean too." He's like, "You know, we've got a family crest." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "We're not cousins. You're white." I'm like, "We're not related." But I went and googled it and everything, and like it was basically because you know like back then, if your name was Smith, it meant like your family was a blacksmith sort of thing like that.
Well, I wish they still did that. I can't lie.
I don't know if that was just for white people though. I don't think that was like I don't know if that maybe
I don't think it was a black thing.
It might have been, and we just don't know.
But-
Who knows?
I wish they did that again.
It would be kind of cool. Oh,
So then we can start like, obviously, I'm not trying to stereotype, like, obviously, be whoever you want to be. But like, it's easy to identify people.
that's how I can know your job from the name.
I know what you're good at. I know your traits.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be kind of cool to have, but I think looking back, my mum was like, if your name was McLean, it was you worked for the King of Scotland at that time. So somewhere in my family, someone got taken from Trinidad or something,
Yeah.
got sent to Scotland or Ireland or something, was working for the King, got the name McLean. Something
kept it
happened.
since.
Yeah, kept it since. Something happened. They escaped, I guess.
But how do
Came
you
back to
forget
Canada.
your original name? Is it just because...
Now,
don't
bro,
think
they
you
don't- you don't
get
hear
good
it
no
anymore?
more. Yeah, they get taken away still. Can't lie, Caribbean culture is actually sad. But the thing is, what I like about it the most is we make such a sad origin to such a happy culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our culture is beautiful, colours, exotic things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is nice, man.
It's very colourful.
But the actual reality of it, we're just slaves. Like, we literally came from the Gold Coast.
Well, not everyone came from Gold Coast, but yeah.
Yeah.
You basically
Yeah,
came
went
from
to the
somewhere,
Caribbean.
traveled
Got
the
this
sea.
place, yeah. I done my DNA test and I found out the majority of my DNA is from Central Congo.
Is it?
Central Africa, so Congo, yeah. Congo region. And like Bantu and all them things. Bro.
I need to do that.
Yeah, bro. It's mad things though.
I mean, I'm a bit scared to do that, but I want to do that stuff.
But yeah, that's all that we got from us today. Well, Christian, you're up on the side.
Okay, cool.
Can't even speak.
Easy, easy.
I'm cool. Like,
That's another episode done. Catch us in the next one. Peace. That's it.
peace.